Hi there, and welcome to A Journey to Milk and Honey. Thank you all for joining me today. As y'all know, I grew up a secular Jew in West Texas. We didn't keep kosher, we didn't light Shabbat candles every Friday night, but there was one thing I always knew, something that I felt as solid and unquestionable as the Texas sun. And that is that Judaism is passed down from the mother, not the father, always, period. I didn't learn it in a synagogue. I didn't read it in a prayer book. I just knew it, like everyone else seemed to know it. But after October 7th, 2023, the day Hamas murdered over 1,200 Jews in Israel, that certainty was shaken. In the aftermath, Jewish identity became a huge topic. It may have always been, by the way, but it became a bigger topic on social media. People were asking, who is really Jewish? What percentage of Jewish makes you Jewish? Can it come from your grandparents? And the biggest shock for me was that many Reformed and even some conservative Jews believe that Jewish identity can come from the father. That's patrilineal descent. And I thought, wait, it's not how it works, or at least not how I thought it worked. And then came Superman. Yes, Superman, because this summer, the newest Superman movie was released, and Jewish social media exploded. We finally had a Jewish actor playing Superman. His name, David Corenswet. The first Jewish Superman. How cool is that? Especially when you remember and you know that Superman was created in 1938 by two Jewish teenagers, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, as a kind of wish fulfillment hero in a world that hated Jews. They gave him impossible strength, the ability to survive anything, because they wanted to believe we could survive anything. But then I learned something. Yes, Corenswet's father is Jewish, but his mother, she's Quaker. And Corenswet himself says he was raised Buddhist, spending summers at mindfulness retreats. And here's the halachic truth. According to Jewish law, halakha, you are Jewish if your mother is Jewish. Your father could be Moses himself. But if your mother isn't Jewish, you are not Jewish unless you convert. So, is Superman really Jewish? Well, according to halakha, not unless he had a formal conversion. So where does this come from? In the Torah, specifically in Deuteronomy 7, 3 and 4, God warns the Israelites not to intermarry, saying, "For he will turn your son away from me." The rabbis notice something here. If your son comes from a non-Jewish mother, the child is referred to as her son, not yours. It was interpreted to mean Jewish identity is tied to the mother. In the Talmud, Tractate Kiddushin 68b, the principle is explicit. If the mother is Jewish, the child is Jewish. If she's not, the child is not Jewish, regardless of the father's status. This has been the standard for thousands of years in traditional Judaism. Tradition can be inconvenient. It can be messy. It can clash with modern sensibilities, but tradition is also a thread. It connects us back to Sinai through exile, through persecution, through survival. And in this case, that thread says, Jewish identity comes from the mother. Yes, it's controversial. Yes, Reform and conservative communities have changed the standard. And yes, this debate will probably go on forever. But here's what I know. Tradition matters, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it challenges the stories we want to tell about ourselves. It's what has kept us here, still calling ourselves Am Yisrael, the people of Israel after thousands of years. And whether we're talking about a superhero on the screen or a child in a small Texas town, knowing who we are and how we got here matters more than ever. Thank you all for joining me today. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and shalom.
Thank you all so much for joining me today on A Journey to Milk and Honey. Just a quick reminder to jump onto our website at journeytomilkandhoney.com or jmhpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook at Journey to Milk and Honey as well. To find us on all other social media, including YouTube, X, Instagram, and Spotify, you can find us at JMH Podcast. And if you enjoy what we do here at A Journey to Milk and Honey, you can help support us by liking, subscribing, and leaving us comments and reviews wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thank you so much again, and shalom.